My beloved child, take this moment and draw near to me, for I long to speak to the deepest parts of your heart, assuring you of the steadfast love I have for you, a love that has no limit or boundary. I see every breath you take, every rise and fall of your hopes, every flicker of doubt and spark of faith intermingled within you, and I desire to calm the storms that swirl in your mind with my gentle voice. You are not alone, and you will never be, for my presence encircles you, enveloping you with a compassion that transcends every worry you carry today. No matter how distant you may feel or how heavy your burdens may seem, I remain your constant companion, ready to lift you up and guide you to safety and rest. Therefore, rest in the certainty that I have always been here, and I will always remain. For my plan for you is woven with care and sealed with divine love. My precious one, you are cherished beyond measure, and I delight in seeing the beautiful way you were formed, uniquely fashioned, with gifts and talents that reflect my handiwork. I want you to know just how deeply valuable you are to me, for there is no duplicate of you, no other soul that can replace the role you play in creation. You hold a place in my heart that no one else can fill, and my eyes behold you like a priceless jewel that glimmers with promise. Do not let the voices of the world distort your worth or cause you to doubt the purpose I have inscribed upon your life, for I created you with careful thought and intention, breathing into you potential that is destined to bloom when you cling to me. Know this truth. I celebrate you and I will never forsake you, for your worth in my sight is far more than you could ever imagine. I understand the difficulties that life sometimes brings, and I see the moments when tears fall upon your pillow, the nights when you wonder if anyone hears your prayers, and the days when every step feels heavy with responsibilities that seem never-ending. I watch over you when the quiet ache in your heart whispers that you are facing battles alone, yet I stand beside you as the one who lifts you up and reminds you that nothing escapes my notice. You might wonder why certain burdens linger or why certain doors remain closed, but remember that I am orchestrating a grander tapestry than you can currently perceive, weaving threads of hope, compassion, and redemption through every thread of your being. So do not give up, for I am greater than the challenges that confront you, and I will not let you be overtaken by the weight of this world. When uncertainty darkens your path, do not fear, but instead lean upon me, for my arms are strong enough to carry you, and my wisdom lights a way forward even when your eyes cannot yet see it. I am the shield that protects you from the arrows of despair, the refugee you can flee to in the raging storms, and the guardian who stands watch at the threshold of your heart. Though trials may come to test and shape your character, never forget that these tribulations are not the end of your story, because I am the author of every new dawn. I see beyond your present hardship into a future where all tears are wiped away, and I long for you to trust in my unshakable love. Therefore, do not allow discouragement to triumph, but hold fast to me, for I will never lead you astray. Speak to me with honesty and boldness, for I hear the faintest whisper of your soul, and I treasure your voice as an offering of faith. You do not need elegant words or rehearsed speeches, for I am the one who formed your mind and heart, and I already know the depths of your emotions. Pour out your frustrations, your joys, your fears, and your dreams before me, and watch how I respond with gentleness and care, guiding you into peaceful stillness. There is power in prayer, not because of the eloquence of words, but because I stand ready to receive your every concern, longing to exchange your burdens for my peace. So do not wait for perfect circumstances or grand gestures. Simply come as you are, and I will embrace you fully in my unfailing love. I want you to visualize the days ahead through the lens of hope that I provide. for I am preparing blessings that will exceed your expectations. I will open doors you have not yet imagined, and I will place opportunities on your path that will make your soul sing. No storm you face can silence the plans I have carefully laid out for your future, and no darkness can blot out the light of my favor upon you. Let your heart be stirred with anticipation of the good things I am bringing forth, for my power transcends the limitations you see, and my grace is ever available to usher you into new joys. Therefore, keep your gaze fixed on the wonders I promise, trusting that I am faithful to complete every good work that I have begun. But even as I speak of the good that is to come, I do not diminish the trials you face now, for I know the weight of disappointment and the sting of sorrow. I see you when you are tempted to feel forgotten, as though your prayers vanish into empty air. Yet I assure you that every plea you lift, every tear you shed, and every yearning of your heart is cradled in my tender arms, and none of it escapes my loving attention. I am near to the broken-hearted, binding wounds and healing souls, so cling to my nearness in the midst of anguish. You may not see instant change, but I am working continuously, weaving resolutions that will bloom in due time. Place your trust in my perfect timing, for I will never delay without reason. My plan for you is built upon a foundation of steadfast love and infinite wisdom, and no detail of your life is overlooked. In those moments when confusion stirs within your spirit, come to me, for I will clarify your steps and show you how all things can be woven together for good. Even your setbacks, your perceived failures, and your regrets can be transformed into testimonies of my grace when surrendered to me. So, do not be consumed by guilt or paralyzed by fear, but surrender each moment to my capable hands and watch how I resurrect what once seemed lost. You are never too far gone, never beyond redemption, because my mercy is new every morning and my compassion endures forever. Let your heart be lifted by the promise that I will protect you from the fiery darts of the adversary, for in my presence, darkness loses its power. I am your shelter from the harsh winds of criticism, the safe haven when the storms of confusion rage, and the unbreakable shield against every arrow of doubt. When despair knocks upon the door of your mind, do not invite it in, but instead cling to the truth that I have overcome the world, and nothing is able to separate you from my love. Be courageous, for I have already paved a way for victory in your life, even in areas where defeat once seemed inevitable. Trust in my covering, and you will discover the strength to stand firm when life's tempests roar. Embrace the truth of how precious you are in my sight, and realize that you are not defined by your failures or shortcomings, but by my love and the sacrifice I poured out for your sake. Just as a potter shapes clay into vessels of honor, so I shape you, molding and refining you day by day into a reflection of my heart. Your sense of inadequacy or shame can be exchanged for my righteousness, for I have made a way for you to walk in freedom, unburdened by condemnation. Lift up your head, for I am your Redeemer, and it is my delight to see you walk with a heart that is lightened by grace, bathed in mercy, and clothed in the garment of praise. Therefore do not be held back by guilt, but step boldly into the calling I have woven into your life. I know how easily the world can discourage you, how swiftly the shadows of negativity can creep in to dull your passion and plant seeds of doubt in your mind. But hear me now. Do not fear the opinions of others, for I alone am the one who holds your true identity, and I have called you worthy, cherished, and beloved. Opinions shift with the changing winds, but my affirmation endures forever, and it is my voice you should heed above all else. When you feel misunderstood or judged, come to me, and I will remind you of your worth. Let your heart rest in the unchanging truth that my favor is upon you, and you will see that no criticism or rejection can extinguish the light I have ignited within you. There will be days when you question whether you can continue, moments when your strength feels depleted and your spirit longs for reprieve from unrelenting challenges. Remember, I am your oasis, the living water that quenches your thirst when life's deserts stretch far and wide. My grace sustains you even when you feel you have nothing left to give, and in your weakness, my power is made perfect. Do not allow the burdens of the day to overshadow the inheritance of peace I have promised you, for I am near, ready to refresh your soul and pour my renewing love upon you. Take heart and keep moving forward with the knowledge that I will not let you be defeated by the trials you face. Think back to the moments in the past when you felt cornered or abandoned, and yet saw a glimmer of hope shine through unexpectedly, providing a way out you had not anticipated. That was me, working in the background, orchestrating solutions, lifting you up when despair sought to chain you down. I do not do these things for you once only to abandon you the next time troubles arise. I am a steadfast anchor, and my faithfulness does not ebb or flow with the tides of circumstance. Remember my past interventions, cherish the testimonies of my goodness, and let those memories bolster your faith now, for I will never fail you or forsake you. Lift your eyes above the horizon of your current circumstances and dare to believe that I am painting a future filled with promise, joy, and victory. Do not let anxiety about tomorrow rob you of the gift of today, for I am in your present as much as I am in your future. If you only could see the master plan I am weaving, you would understand that every thread of your life, both bright and dark, has a place in the tapestry of your destiny. Rest in my sovereignty, trusting that even the twists and turns you did not foresee are being purposed for your growth and ultimate good. Therefore, do not relent in your hope, but fix your faith firmly on the one who can never fail. I invite you now to come and pour out your heart in prayer, not as a mere religious duty, but as a genuine conversation where you can find solace, guidance, and unshakable peace. Tell me your dreams, fears, joys, and hurts. Hold back nothing, for I desire transparency and honesty above empty words. The profound truth is that I already know every beat of your heart, yet I still yearn for you to share it with me because I value our closeness. Let your requests be made known and trust that my response will come in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Let prayer be the breath of your spirit, the lifeline that strengthens your bond with me. For I am always listening, eager to pour out blessings far beyond what you dare to ask. I see how you yearn for deeper meaning, for your life to have significance that resonates beyond the surface pursuits that fade like morning dew. Do not be dismayed if the path you walk feels meandering, for I can bring purpose out of every season you endure. Though at times you may feel lost or uncertain, hear my assurance that I have placed seeds of greatness in you, seeds that will bear fruit when watered with faith, perseverance, and reliance on my guidance. Do not underestimate the power of even the smallest acts of kindness or the quietest prayers, for in my kingdom, these seemingly humble offerings can carry immeasurable impact. Therefore, keep your eyes on the horizon of my promises, and trust that your life is unfolding according to a divine design far more beautiful than you have yet perceived. When weariness weighs upon your shoulders and you feel stretched thin by the demands of your daily life, come and find your rest in me. I am not a distant observer, but a caring Father who longs to ease the strain on your weary soul. There is no shame in admitting you need my help, and indeed, I want you to rely on my strength rather than grappling with burdens you were never meant to carry alone. Let my peace wash over you like a gentle river, soothing the raw edges of worry and ushering in calm. In my arms you can lay down every care, secure in the knowledge that I will uplift you and provide whatever is necessary for you to thrive. I understand the sting of betrayal, the pang of disappointment when loved ones fail to reciprocate your devotion, or when friendships dissolve into distant memories. My heart aches with yours in those times, for I too have known rejection from those I loved deeply. But even in this pain, I am present, gathering every tear and standing as your unwavering companion who will never abandon you. Your longing for acceptance and validation can find its fulfillment in me, for my approval is not swayed by your imperfections. Embrace my unconditional love, and in it, you will find the assurance that no human rejection can steal away your worth. Each new day is an invitation to witness my mercies, which are renewed like the sunrise, bringing warmth and illumination to the darkest corners of your life. Even when clouds obscure the sunlight, trust that the rays of my grace are still shining, ready to break through and transform your gloom into joy. Your circumstances may shift, seasons may change, and people may come and go, but my mercy remains steadfast, offering you forgiveness when you stumble and hope when you falter. Reach out and receive the grace I extend to you now, allowing it to dissolve your shame and create a sacred space where you and I can commune. Do not hold yourself back with guilt or regrets, but embrace the freedom my mercy provides. I call you now to walk in faith, to lift your eyes beyond the boundaries you once thought confined you, and to move forward with boldness, knowing that I pave the way ahead. Fear not the unknown, for I illuminate your path, step by step, ensuring that you will not fall into despair when you trust my guiding hand. There is a beauty in trusting me for the things you cannot see, for such faith ignites miracles and shifts circumstances in ways beyond human understanding. Let your heart be encouraged by the knowledge that I have equipped you with every spiritual blessing needed to thrive, and I will stand with you in the face of every opposition. March onward, confident in the victory I have secured for you. When you look at yourself in the mirror, do not simply see the flaws, the limitations, or the moments of failure that echo in your memory. Instead, see a loved child, cherished and adorned with purpose, covered by my grace, chosen for a destiny that goes beyond worldly accolades or fleeting success. The reflection you see is more than flesh and blood. It is a reflection of my handiwork, a vessel designed to radiate my love to a world in need. Therefore, do not be disheartened by imperfections. Surrender them to me, and I will continue to shape you into a living testimony of my kindness and compassion. I know how pressing financial worries or material concerns can loom over your mind, threatening to overshadow your faith in my provision. Yet I remind you that I am the provider, the one who clothes the lilies of the field and feeds the birds of the air, caring for them with attentive detail. How much more then do I care for you, whom I formed in my own image? Do not allow anxiety over resources to steal the peace I have promised, but instead trust that in my kingdom there is no scarcity, only abundant supply. Seek first my presence, my righteousness, and my guidance, and you will find that I meet your needs in wondrous ways, often far beyond the boundaries of your imagination. Even when your journey leads you through valleys of sorrow and uncertainty, I walk beside you, lighting your path so that you need not stumble in the darkness. My rod and my staff comfort you, protecting you from unseen dangers and leading you towards still waters where your soul can find refreshment. At times, the valley may feel never-ending, and the shadows might loom large, yet remember that I am the light that no darkness can extinguish, and I will bring you through. Do not be consumed by hopelessness, for my hand is strong and my presence is constant, ensuring that no matter how deep the valley, you will emerge to behold the mountaintops of victory I have prepared. Cast your cares upon me, all your anxieties, fears, and uncertainties, because I care for you more than you can comprehend. I do not watch your struggles from afar. I involve myself intimately in every season of your life, longing to shoulder your burdens and walk you into freedom. When thoughts of worry and stress take root, replace them with the assurance that you are firmly held in my grip, and I will not let go. Surrendering your cares is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of profound trust, acknowledging that my power is made perfect precisely where your own strength ends. Courageously hand over the heavy load and witness how my peace surpasses all understanding. Look beyond the immediate hardships and imagine what awaits you when you align yourself with my promises. I have declared that I have plans to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you a future brimming with hope. Even now, I am orchestrating divine appointments and aligning circumstances so that you can step into blessings that will leave you in awe of my goodness. Let anticipation stir within your heart, and do not allow the current difficulties to snuff out the flame of expectancy. Instead, lift your gaze, remain steadfast in faith, and rest in the assurance that I have something wonderful in store, shaped perfectly just for you. I see that you yearn for deeper connections and authentic relationships, for a place of belonging where you can be known and loved without condition. Take heart, for I have designed you for fellowship, both with me and with others who reflect my love. Though you may have endured isolation or felt like an outsider, I am leading you to communities where your gifts will be honored, your presence cherished, and your wounds tended with compassion. Keep your heart open, for I am orchestrating friendships and alliances that will nurture your spirit and broaden your capacity to give and receive love. Do not settle for loneliness. Instead, trust me to bring those into your life who will walk with you in faith, complement your journey, and remind you of my ever-present kindness. When the questions flood your mind and your heart aches for answers to the complexities of life, come to me, your wonderful counselor, and rest in my infinite understanding. You may try to piece together solutions on your own, but my wisdom far surpasses human intellect, and I invite you to lean on me rather than on your own limited perspective. Listen for my voice in the stillness, in the gentle promptings of your heart, and in the quiet sense of knowing that often whispers louder than the clamor of the world. Let my counsel be your roadmap, guiding you through the labyrinth of choices, and watch how clarity and peace emerge when you rely upon my direction. You do not have to navigate life's complexities by yourself. I am here, ready to illuminate every decision. Life's hurts may have taught you to build walls around your heart, sealing off vulnerabilities to avoid being wounded again. Yet I remind you that genuine healing and growth spring from opening your heart to my renewing touch, allowing me to dismantle the barriers that keep you from receiving the fullness of my love. True safety is found not in isolation, but in the shadow of my wings, where you can be tenderly nurtured, repaired, and restored. Trust me to heal your emotional wounds, to mend the fractures in your soul, and to breathe new life into every broken place. Do not be afraid to let me in, for my presence brings the kind of security that no fortress of self-protection could ever provide. Sometimes you wonder whether I truly care about the smallest details of your life, whether your everyday concerns matter to me as much as the grand prayers of the saints. Rest assured, my child, that I delight in every aspect of who you are, from your laughter to your tears, from your triumphs to your mundane routines. I am a personal God, intimately involved in each moment, eager to share in your joy and to comfort you in your sorrow. No prayer is too insignificant, no request too small. If it matters to you, it matters to me. Place even the simplest of cares before me, and discover that my love extends into every corner of your existence. Let my words sink deep into your heart. You are precious, chosen, set apart to be a beacon of my glory in this world. Yes, troubles and hardships will come, for no life is devoid of challenges, but you have access to the fullness of my presence that transforms trials into testimonies. Stand firm in the knowledge that I have entrusted you with gifts that will flourish as you step forward in faith, using them to bless others and magnify my name. Even if you feel small or inadequate, recall that I have always used the meek and humble to accomplish wonders, for my power is made magnificent in weakness. Therefore, move forward confidently, not in your own strength, but in the strength I supply. I urge you to tend to the garden of your heart carefully, weeding out bitterness, resentment, and unforgiveness that threaten to choke the flourishing seeds of love and peace I have planted within you. Forgiveness is not about excusing wrongdoings, but about choosing freedom over captivity, releasing the poison of grudges, and allowing healing to flow. Bitterness can weigh you down and blind you to the blessings I have placed before you. But when you surrender hurt and resentment to me, you open yourself to my transformative grace. As you loosen your grip on past offenses, you make room for my love to bloom more abundantly, healing you from the inside out. I long for you to grasp how wide, how long, how high, and how deep is my love for you. A love that cannot be measured by human standards. This love is not earned by your actions nor diminished by your mistakes. It is a constant, unending current flowing from my heart to yours. When you feel unworthy or distant, recall that I initiated this divine love relationship, and I sustain it regardless of your imperfections. Let my love be the anchor that secures you against the raging winds of life, reminding you that your identity is found in me alone. If you could see yourself as I see you, bathed in love and filled with potential, you would understand that nothing can separate you from my affection. Continue to feed your spirit with my promises, immersing yourself in my word, which is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Let Scripture speak to your soul, reminding you of eternal truths that ground you when fleeting emotions try to lead you astray. Within those sacred pages, you will find stories of my faithfulness, testimonies of my power, and revelations of my character, all designed to nurture your faith and show you the way to abundant life. Meditate on these words, allow them to shape your mindset, and discover the transformative power of a heart and mind attuned to divine truth. I have spoken through the ages, and I continue to speak to you now, guiding you through every circumstance you face. Do not grow weary in doing good, for your labor is not in vain when it is rendered in love and obedience to me. Sometimes the fruits of your efforts are hidden from immediate sight, and it is easy to feel overlooked or insignificant. But trust that I see every kind deed, every sacrifice made, every quiet act of compassion you extend to another. In my kingdom, nothing done in love is ever wasted. It plants seeds that can grow into a bountiful harvest, often at times and in ways you might not expect. Therefore, press on with a servant's heart, and let my joy be your strength, knowing that in due time you will reap an abundant reward. Turn your worries into songs of praise, lifting your voice in gratitude for who I am and for the countless blessings I have bestowed upon you, both visible and unseen. Praise is a powerful weapon against despair, for it realigns your focus from the shifting shadows of problems to the unwavering light of my presence. As you praise, the weight on your spirit is lifted, and your perspective is renewed, enabling you to see that I am still sovereign and still working all things together for good. Sing from the depths of your heart, and let hope arise within you. For I dwell amid the praises of my people, and in my presence, gloom and fear melt away. I understand the longing you have to leave a lasting impact on this world, to shine a light that points others toward hope and redemption. Do not doubt your ability to influence lives, for with my spirit at work within you, even the smallest seed you plant can yield a mighty harvest in another's heart. Let kindness guide you in your relationships. Let empathy shape your interactions, and let my love be the driving force behind every endeavor. You may never fully know the ripple effects of your faithfulness, but trust that I do, and that I multiply even your modest offerings into something glorious for my kingdom. Persist in sowing seeds of love, and leave the outcome to me, for I am the God of increase. Cherish moments of solitude where you can quiet the noise of the world and listen for my still, small voice echoing within your heart. In the hush of these sacred pauses, clarity emerges, peace settles in, and my spirit speaks words of life that often go unheard in the busyness of daily routines. Seek these moments intentionally, setting aside your devices, silencing distractions, and opening your heart to my presence with reverence and expectancy. You will find that in these intervals of calm, I refresh your soul, align your perspective with mine, and breathe fresh inspiration into your mind. Embrace these pockets of silence as treasures, for in them I reveal my heart to you. As you reflect on the road you have traveled, you might recall painful detours or rocky paths that left you battered and bruised. Yet know that not a single tear or heartache was ever wasted, for I specialize in bringing beauty from ashes, forging strength from adversity, and birthing purpose from pain. Offer me your scars, your regrets, and your missteps, and I will turn them into testimonies that magnify my grace and bring healing to others who walk a similar trail. You need not be ashamed of your past, for it is a canvas on which I can paint a story of redemption, a story that will inspire hope in those who yearn for a second chance. Trust my power to transform your darkest nights into radiant mornings. Do not be alarmed when you face trials, for trials are an inevitable part of growth. Refining you as gold is refined by fire. I work through hardships to build perseverance, character, and hope within you, enabling you to shine more brightly as you become a vessel of my grace. Know that I do not delight in your suffering, but I delight in the strength you gain and the intimacy you develop with me when you lean on my everlasting arms. In the midst of the struggle, look to me as your ever-present help, your guiding light, and your unwavering support. Continue in faith and watch how every trial yields a testimony of my sustaining power. Now, as you stand at this moment in time, I reaffirm my unchanging love for you, a love so deep and vast that it surpasses even your loftiest expectations. My devotion to you is unyielding, unaffected by your ups and downs, your moments of clarity, or your bouts of confusion, because I see you through the lens of infinite compassion. Let this assurance permeate every fiber of your being and guide your steps as you journey onward. Take courage in the knowledge that I have bound myself to you by a covenant of love that cannot be broken, no matter the storms you face or the failures you encounter. I speak blessings over you and your loved ones, extending my hand of favor upon your household and all you undertake in accordance with my will. May doors open for you in places you never expected, and may my guidance be clearer to you than ever before. Embrace these blessings not as a product of your own striving, but as evidence of my generosity and kindness, poured out freely upon those who seek my heart. You need not fear the future, for with my blessings come my protection, my provision, and my peace, allowing you to walk forward with heads held high and spirits lifted. The best is truly yet to come, for I am always creating new beginnings, turning pages on chapters that seemed stuck, and penning fresh paragraphs of hope in your unfolding story. Walk in confidence and boldness, trusting that my goodness is not only behind you, but also ahead of you, leading you into adventures that will expand your understanding of who I am. Remember every promise I have spoken today, and let them feed your faith, fuel your prayers, and brighten your outlook on tomorrow. With me at your side, you can look beyond the hardships of the past, secure in the conviction that an even greater glory awaits. Take my hand, beloved child, and let us walk onward together. For I am yours, and you are mine forever. Even now, I sense the stirring within your spirit, that quiet spark of anticipation that reminds you there is more in store, more depths of my presence to explore, and more beauty to uncover along this journey of faith. I want you to hold on to that spark and nurture it, for hope is a precious resource that renews your strength and empowers you to rise above the challenges that seek to weigh you down. Never forget that I am the ultimate source of hope, a wellspring that never runs dry, constantly pouring forth rivers of possibility and fresh beginnings. When weariness threatens, drink deeply from the waters of my promise, and let hope flourish within your heart, bearing fruit in every area of your life. Yes, trials will come, and discouragement may visit, but remember that with me, hope endures, and through it, you will find the resilience to press forward. Pause for a moment and consider the breadth of my creation, the endless galaxies stretched across the night sky, the marvel of nature's cycles, and the intricacies of life teeming within the oceans. Each detail reveals my power and precision, and yet, of all my handiwork, I consider you among the most precious. If I have poured such care into forming the mountains and the seas, how much more do I direct my attention to the details of your life? You, who bear my image, are the crown of creation, beloved and treasured beyond measure. Reflect on this truth, and let it banish every lie that tells you otherwise, for my love rests upon you with far greater weight than any earthly measure can define, and in that love, you find your true identity. You might sometimes feel as though your prayers drift into a vast emptiness, yet I assure you they are like incense rising before me, and not a single plea escapes my notice. I hear you in moments when your voice cracks with tears, and I hear you in the quiet supplications you scarcely form into words. Like a loving father who listens intently to the heartbeat of his child, I am ever attentive to the rhythm of your soul, and I respond with gentleness and power. Though my answers may not always come in the time frame or manner you expect, they are shaped by perfect wisdom and unyielding affection for you. So do not lose heart, but continue to lay your petitions before me, confident that I am working all things for your good and for the unfolding of a grand design you have yet to fully see. In the warmth of my embrace, you will find not only comfort, but transformation. For my love does not leave you as it finds you. Day by day, I mold your character, teaching you to exhibit kindness instead of judgment, patience instead of anger, and hope instead of despair. My spirit is at work within you, gently prompting you to forgive where you once held on to bitterness, to reconcile where you once nursed a grudge, and to extend mercy where you once demanded justice. This transformation is a testament to my grace, enabling you to reflect my heart in a world that desperately needs the light of compassion. As you yield to my guidance, you will see your capacity to love expanding, and in that expansion, you will discover a sense of joy and fulfillment that only I can provide. Yes, you will wrestle with doubts and face moments of uncertainty. Faith is not the absence of questions, but rather the choice to cling to me in the midst of them. At times, you may feel as though you're caught between believing and struggling, teetering on the edge of the unknown. I invite you to bring those doubts into my presence, to wrestle openly, and to trust that my truth can withstand every query your heart can muster. In the wrestling, your faith grows stronger, your convictions become more deeply rooted, and you learn that doubt does not disqualify you from my love. I remain steadfast, ready to anchor you when the currents of uncertainty threaten to carry you away. Remember, it is in genuine seeking that you uncover deeper revelations of who I am. When you feel overwhelmed by the fast pace of life, the onslaught of responsibilities, and the relentless demands on your time, Know that I call you to moments of stillness in my presence. Rest is not a luxury, but a divine invitation to pause, breathe deeply, and recalibrate your heart to the rhythm of my peace. In rest, you unburden yourself of the weight you were never meant to bear alone. It's in these quiet spaces of communion that I renew your strength, grant clarity to your mind, and soothe your spirit with my calming presence. This world might measure worth by productivity and ceaseless motion, yet my kingdom values the humble surrender of your heart to my rest. Come, be still, and know that I am the one who carries you. Think of the times you've witnessed my intervention in unexpected ways, a phone call arriving at just the right moment, a word of encouragement delivered when you were at your lowest, or a solution materializing when you'd nearly given up hope. Do not brush aside these occurrences as coincidence. They are gentle reminders of my careful orchestration and deep concern for your daily affairs. I am intimately involved in your life, weaving together events in a tapestry of purpose. Stay alert to these heavenly nudges, for they confirm my ever-present help, stirring you to gratitude and reinforcing the reality that I remain involved at every turn. When your heart is open to recognizing my hand, you'll find traces of my goodness scattered throughout each day, drawing you closer to me in unwavering trust. Though the world might celebrate self-sufficiency and independence, I invite you to discover the blessing of dependence upon me. This dependence does not make you weak, rather, it aligns you with the source of all true strength. In acknowledging your need for me, you unshackle yourself from the limitations of human ability and step into the limitless domain of my power. As you lean on my promises, you will witness doors open that logic insists should remain locked, and you will find possibilities flourish where you once saw only dead ends. This sacred partnership, your trust and my omnipotence, generates faith-filled living, enabling you to navigate challenges with a confidence that stems from knowing I am for you and not against you. Consider how a gardener faithfully waters, prunes, and nurtures young plants, even when no fruit or flower is immediately visible. That is how I tend to you, patiently, carefully, with great anticipation for the harvest that will eventually bloom. Sometimes growth occurs beneath the surface, unseen by the naked eye, yet those hidden developments prepare you for the new season I have in store. Trust my patient cultivation, even in periods when you feel unproductive or stuck, for I see the slow and steady progress that leads to the most robust fruit. Remain rooted in my presence, letting my word nourish you and my spirit guide you, and in due season, you will flourish in ways that surpass your expectations. When the pangs of fear grip your heart, when the world's uncertainties gnaw at your peace, remember my timeless reassurance. Do not fear, for I am with you. Let this be the anthem that resounds in your mind whenever life's turbulence attempts to shake you. I am not a passive bystander, but an active defender who stands guard over your heart and mind. When storms rage, I stretch out my hand to calm the seas within you, to remind you that I am the master over every tempest. You have a place of refuge in me, a fortress that cannot be penetrated by the chaos around you. Breathe in my peace, exhale your worries, and stand firm in the knowledge that I fight alongside you, ensuring that you are never alone. Whether you find yourself in a season of abundance or a time of leanness, remember that I remain the same unchanging God, faithful and merciful. My character does not shift with circumstances, and my disposition toward you is always rooted in love. Do not be deceived by the illusion that I am closer to you when life is thriving or that I withdraw when adversity strikes. I am constant, always near, always ready to pour out grace for each moment. Your part is to keep your eyes fixed on me, to praise me in triumph and cling to me in trial. As you cultivate this habit of unwavering dependence, you will taste the sweetness of a faith that flourishes in every season, standing strong like a tree planted by streams of living water. Today I call you to dream again, to resurrect those hopes you've buried under layers of disappointment and doubt. I have not placed limitations on your destiny. My capacity to fulfill your aspirations far exceeds your own imagination. So stir up the embers of your dreams and present them to me, trusting that I can breathe life into what you considered impossible. Faith does not deny reality. It transcends it by entrusting every situation to a sovereign, miracle-working God. Do not sell yourself short by settling for what your eyes can see. Dare to dream with me, for I delight in revealing my grandeur through vessels of humble faith. Lift your gaze, beloved, for I am the God who specializes in exceeding expectations. Your journey might at times feel like a labyrinth of winding paths, but each step is significant to me, and I will not waste any part of your walk. Wherever you go, take my presence with you, letting the light of my truth guide your steps, and the compassion of my heart shape your encounters. Be attentive to those I bring across your path, for often in ministering to others, you discover my grace in new dimensions. Offer a listening ear to those who are hurting, speak words of encouragement to those who are weary, and let your actions be a testament to the love you have received from me. It is in serving that you uncover deeper meaning and forge lasting bonds, becoming my hands and feet in a world that aches for hope. Know, too, that humility is the fertile ground in which my blessings take root and grow. Pride can create a barrier that blinds you to your own need for my help, causing you to miss the abundant grace I yearn to bestow. Approach me with a humble heart, acknowledging that every good thing you enjoy is an outpouring of my kindness, and watch how I delight in lifting up the humble, in exalting those who willingly admit their reliance on me. As you walk in humility, you'll find freedom from the trap of comparison, for your value is not measured against others, but is secure in my unchanging affection. Embrace humility, and in doing so, you open yourself to the immeasurable gifts I desire to place in your hands. Perhaps you bear wounds from the past, wounds inflicted by words that stung deeply, or by the absence of care when you needed it most. Let my healing balm soothe those places, and let my voice affirm truths that silence every negative word spoken over you. Where others have declared you incapable or unworthy, I declare you empowered and treasured. Do not continue to carry the baggage of condemnation or the scars of rejection, for I stand ready to clothe you in garments of praise instead of heaviness. Healing is a process, and each step you take toward wholeness is celebrated in heaven. Open your heart to my renewing touch and believe that I can restore beauty to every area that has been broken. My beloved child, in this journey, remember that I never leave you to navigate alone. My spirit resides within you, a constant companion and guide, interceding on your behalf and providing wisdom in moments of confusion. Through the whispers of inspiration and the stirring of conviction, I draw you ever closer to my heart. Be receptive to the Spirit's leading, for in that divine prompting, you will find clarity in chaos and courage in the face of fear. My Spirit does not condemn or frighten. Instead, He envelops you in love, builds you up, and directs your steps with gentle authority. Keep your spirit open and watch how He directs your thoughts, your words, and your actions toward my perfect will. And now, as we journey together through this sacred space of promise and reassurance, let me remind you one last time: you are fully known and wholly loved. My love for you is not contingent upon your ability to perform or achieve. It is an eternal fact that stands as sure as the foundations of the earth. Carry this truth in your heart, allow it to shape your choices, your relationships, and your identity. When doubts arise, let my love reaffirm your worth. When trials loom, let my love fortify your courage. When joy overflows, let my love amplify your gratitude. Let your final thought each night be of my unwavering presence, and your first thought each morning be of my unending compassion. So go forth, dear one, step boldly into the future I have prepared, and hold fast to the reality that my love will forever be your guiding light. Before you rest your head tonight, know that my hand remains upon you, forming a shield against the arrows of doubt that seek to unsettle your peace. Remember that I have set my gaze on you, not as a passive observer, but as a watchful guardian, ever ready to intervene on your behalf. In the silent hours when uncertainties attempt to steal your rest, turn your heart toward me and let my promise soothe every anxious thought. For I am the one who neither slumbers nor sleeps, the keeper of your soul who stands beside you as a pillar of unwavering strength. Hold firmly, then, to the blessed assurance that your life is treasured beyond measure. I have shaped you with intention, crafted you for a unique destiny that perfectly suits the gifts and passions instilled within your being. In your reflection, you may see flaws and limitations, but I see endless potential bathed in my mercy. Through every turning of the season, through every triumph and trial, my love sustains you, and my spirit empowers you to grow in both courage and grace. The sum of your days is known to me, and I delight in guiding you toward the fullness of joy, ensuring that each challenge you face becomes a stepping stone toward a future brimming with divine purpose. With these words I have spoken to your heart. Go forward in boldness and serenity. Let them echo within you, renewing your mind and uplifting your spirit, so that when each new dawn greets you, you step forth with steady resolve, confident in the surety of my presence. My beloved, you are never alone, for I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. Hear my call to remain steadfast in hope, to place your trust in my unwavering goodness, and to anticipate blessings beyond your imagination. And now, rest in the truth that I hold you close, and allow my peace, which transcends all understanding, to guard your heart and mind, both now and in all the days to come. And so, my beloved child, lift up your eyes and walk with confidence into each moment, assured that my presence paves the way before you. Trust in my promises, lean on my everlasting arms, and watch as I transform your struggles into testimonies of victory. In all things, remember, I am with you, and I love you beyond measure.